Hello, everyone, and welcome to the Hello Harem Podcast. I'm your host, Alex Luby, and I'm joined, as always, by the horniest of homies to sail the seven seas, Mr. Jonathan Semrau, Anthony Luby, Luke Farnsworth, and we finally have our main antagonist in the game, Neil.
Just grabbed him by the
front
grundle.
You
lifted him straight
That's not
by
a
the
fuck.
gooch.
Hold on.
That is a belly button.
Let's turn our attention to the Canon camera. That's not. That is not. It's not.
Is your butthole
What is
on the
that?
front?
Neil is not anatomically correct.
Jonathan is our doctor on the set. Jay, what is this?
Can you do surgery?
Well, that used
Well,
to be
let's see.
Neil's
So
balls.
if we look here, if we're talking about this anatomically, if Neil was bipedal, he would walk around like such. So with that in mind, I believe this to be his belly button. And by the anatomy of where his tail is, I've decided that Neil does not have a rectum.
Can we do some Neil lore?
How does Neil go to the? How does he defecate?
I don't think he does.
Dude, I'd like to know too. Why did you grab him by the fucking nifkin?
It was the only thing that I could grab. I was like, yeah, it's a handful of Neil's ass. Or whatever that is. That could be his chest for all I know.
Like
Neil
I said,
hentai.
Jake, you have my monster over there?
No.
boy, that's just gone.
An attempt was made.
I don't even think it's in frame, so no one can see it.
Yeah, but I'm thirsty. The frame isn't the problem. It's my thirst.
It's unfortunate.
Yeah, it's fucked, bud.
Well, did anybody do anything cool or kooky or crazy this week? Thanks, King.
You bought it.
Me and Jay went to a concert. His favorite artist.
We did.
Wednesday night.
Yeah. And there is actually a story to bring this. Other than the show. The show was actually very good. I was pleasantly surprised. Shaky Graves went a lot harder live than I thought he would.
He goes hard as fuck.
Actually, really good live.
Kind of rips, actually.
So we're at the concert, and his music is more like... You've probably heard his stuff before. You've never heard any Shaky Graves?
No.
I play it in the car all the time.
Did he play does he have a banjo?
No.
No. That would be Amigo the Devil.
I've heard Amigo.
His music is like... I don't want to call it bluegrassy.
It's bluegrassy.
Bluegrassy kind of stuff. But his music is not the type where people would get drunk and belligerent at his concert. And that's exactly what happened with this one chick.
It was bad.
So me and Jay are just sitting there enjoying the show, and there's this one chick to my right, and we're just talking. We're like, "Oh, you're a fan of Shaky Graves? Ah, that's cool. So are we." Well, Jay was, but we like talk. We're like, "Oh, is this your first time going to a concert?" She's like, "No, this is my second. I'm so excited." We're like, "Oh, that's cool."
That was her third.
That was her third.
That was her third concert.
Her third Shaky concert or
Yeah.
concert in general?
No,
Third Shaky. Yeah.
Okay.
So then the night continues. While me and Jay are enjoying the show, she's probably just shotgunning beers because that's what it seemed like.
Dude, it was fucked.
And she throughout the night just gets more like.
I described it to Autumn last night, and I think I did a pretty good job. So I'll do exactly how I did it there. At the beginning of the night, she was nice, and she was just conversing with us. Seemed like a nice chick. I was like, oh, it's cool that we have someone nice next to us that we can talk to or whatever. She leaves for a while with her friends and then comes back, and then she was acting a little funny. So initially, it was fine. He was talking about something, and I think he said hey, put your hands up. And this girl was she grabbed Alex's hand and was like, oh, grab your buddy's hand. And he was like, okay. And so we grabbed hands and we all put our hands up together. And I was like, okay, that was nice. That was fine. And then after that, she starts basically hanging on Alex's arm. Just like this. Just a lot.
She wanted a piece.
That's what it seemed like. So she was hanging on his arm and shit. And that got weird. And then she started getting in between us and then leaning on me and singing right into my face and then leaning on Alex and singing right into his face. And so Alex kind of went like this and just kind of moved her back to her spot. So we're standing there enjoying the show for a minute, and then out of fucking nowhere, off cuff, she slaps Alex in the face.
Like a full on boom.
Like a full like that.
Yeah.
Like a hand to the face.
Right here.
Yeah. She slapped him in the face. So Alex turns to her. I thought he was gonna start throwing hands. What did you say to him?
Well, I turned to her and Jonathan grabbed my hand. He's like, "Don't do it." I'm like, "I just want to talk to him." Like, like the famous last words.
Was
I
it just her? Was
It
she
was
by
her and
herself?
two of her
She was
friends.
with like 2 friends, or it was like 3 other people.
Were-
There was this guy who I presume was her boyfriend in this weird coat, but I'm not sure.
Were they coherent?
The other
Yes.
ones were.
Yeah,
yes.
they were.
And they were just
They were just letting her do it.
Yeah.
ignoring her?
Yep.
Yeah. So I turned to them, and like her friend was with her, and it was her, and her friend was like kind of bitchy. So I'd look at them like, I'm like, "Who the fuck slapped me?" And they're like, "I don't know." I'm like, "Who the fuck slapped me?" And the one belligerent chick, she's like, "It was me." I'm like, "Don't fucking touch me again. Keep your hands to yourself." And that kind of like stopped her from messing with me and Jay the rest of the night, but it didn't stop her from running into the people in front of her.
Yeah, it was bad.
And like there were periods where she would go, presumably to throw up in the bathroom. She
Yeah.
was gone for like 20 minutes, and then she'd come back and go again and come back.
And it sucked too because like we were front row, so it's like imagine going to a show for an artist I presume that you enjoy and then being so belligerent you probably aren't going to remember the show and you have to miss parts of it to go yak.
That
shit-
fucking suck. I'd
Yeah.
be mad at myself.
Yeah. She should be. She was acting like an asshole.
I'd also be pissed off, like, if that's your favorite artist, you're there to enjoy the show, and there's some belligerent asshole next to you kind of ruining it for you. So you're worried about her, not really focusing on what's going on.
That's exactly what it was.
So like he is my favorite artist, so I really didn't want to let her ruin the show and like big ups to Alex because I didn't have to worry about shit. He basically for the entire show like kept her like away. And she was like annoying, but she wasn't really like a problem until she smacked him in the face.
Mm-hmm.
And then
Even
after
just
that,
something annoying. Like,
Yeah,
it's
I
just-
mean,
it's
I got to ignore her mostly, so
have you guys ever been to like a show other than like the one we were talking about where there's just someone there who's just ruining it?
yeah. We went to go see. This was in Columbus. Me, Alex, and Joe. I think we were going to see Exodus,
It was Exodus,
Obituary. and there were a few other
Power
bands there.
Trip.
Yeah, Power Trip was there. And this one kid, he was probably younger than us. He just wanted to fuck around in the pit, and like the pit is supposed to be it's aggressive. Like, don't get me wrong, but usually people are pretty respectful. Where if someone falls, they pick them up. They're not trying to ruin someone else's night. And this kid would run to the back and then sprint to the front of the stage and start jumping on top of people and kicking him and shit. It was so frustrating. Like, you could not enjoy the show because you're like, am I going to get kicked in the fucking head?
jeez. I have one, but this guy didn't like exactly ruin the show. As a matter of fact, he was kind of like a show enhancer for me. He kind of made the show more enjoyable. When me and Luke went to go see
Was it
Korn,
Baby's first concert guy?
yeah. So me and Luke went to go see Korn a couple years back, and while we were there, me and Luke had some drinks on the way there, like before we got there. So we were like pleasantly buzzed, and I was just excited to see the show. There was this guy, and I don't know at what point he flipped the switch, but for the beginning of the show, he was fine. Then he flipped a switch. He would like stand up on his chair and be like really fucking moving himself, like really
Like he
feeling
was,
it.
it looked like he was at a Wiggles concert, but we were there to see Korn. He
Yeah.
was dancing like it was the Wiggles.
Who's your favorite Wiggle?
No, he would like I swear to God, like he'd be doing shit like that, like on a chair, like his head's rolling back.
My
Like,
absolute favorite part was the girl that he went there with. You could tell she was the one that dragged him to the concert because she was like, "Please stop." She like kept grabbing him, like putting him in his seat and shit, and he kept getting back up.
yeah. It was I think it was his wife, because at one point like she like had him sit down and he like just went like and just started like trying to kiss her, and she like had her hand on his face and was like this, and then she made him sit down, and he would sit down for like 5 seconds, and then as soon as she would turn, he'd get back up on his chair and start fucking going at it again.
And it's like, why are you dancing like this?
Dude, it was so fucking funny. I spent half the show watching him. Like it was beautiful. Like, cause I'm still watching Korn, but like we were far back, so it's not like I was missing any small details. I was hearing the music, they sounded great, and I could watch this asshole fucking just dance on his chair the whole night.
Dude, just moving and
Oh, didn't at one point he like took out a cigarette and lit it, and then his wife like took it and threw it on the ground?
I don't remember.
I think he did, because I remember like he like pulled out a cigarette and put it in his mouth and went to light it, and she went like that and threw it on the
Was
floor.
the show outdoors?
No, it was indoors.
It's indoors.
Christ. We
Yeah.
went to a show once. It was me, Anthony, and Cone we went to go see Slipknot the second time with Marilyn Manson, and the show unfortunately in total got rained out. But during Manson's set, he comes on, and the rain is just pouring at this point, and the music all stops, and everyone's like, "What the fuck's going on?" After he's like 2 songs in, and everyone's waiting for like a half hour with nothing happening. So people in the back. Have you guys ever been to
It was Jacob's Pavilion.
Was it Jacob? No, it was
Cleveland?
no, it was the one in like Cuyahoga.
Are you talking about
Outdoors.
Blossom?
Yeah,
Blossom. Yeah, it was
yeah.
Blossom. And
No. Was it in PA?
No, it was PA. It was PA, but it's set up exactly like Blossom, where
Okay.
you have the indoors part or like covered, and then there's grass.
There's the grass behind
Yeah.
you.
So like the people in the grass made a mud water slide and started going down from the top all the way to the bottom while they were waiting, and you just see these like dudes and these chicks just flying down this fucking mudslide
awesome.
and hitting each other.
That sounds like so much fun.
It was crazy.
It was wild.
I had another concert story that was like it didn't ruin the concert for me. It was pretty fucking funny. It was the last time I saw Weezer. It's like my 4th Weezer concert.
Weezer fan.
I've seen them I've seen them live 4 times. So I went. It was my 4th show, and they're like beachy music. Like it's just like good vibes, and everybody's drinking and high. Like that's the whole show. Well, there was this one couple that was next to me at the show, and I was at Blossom, and I was out in the grass, but I was close and I could see, and I was hanging out, and there was this couple behind me. I swear to God, they were hippies, like out of like Nam era. Like they never. It looks like they time traveled. Like they were hippie as fuck. So like I'm enjoying the show, and I'm just standing there like bobbing my head, and the chick walks up to me and like grabs my hands and then like pulls me in and then like puts her hand on my back, like my lower back, and then starts like dancing with me, and I'm like, oh Jesus, like ha ha ha. And then like I was like, this is weird, but okay, for like a second, and then I realized how bad she smelled.
Ooh.
Like just straight up baked beans and fucking nachos, like no deodorant, body odor. And then I noticed she had fucking a pit bush on both sides. I was like, this is so fucked. And so that was another one that didn't ruin the show, but it didn't make it for me.
I need to get the fuck out of here.
Yeah, that was an interesting one.
I know, Jonathan. Me and Jay were talking earlier. I think Luke brought up the idea of going to see Ghost and Volbeat.
Yeah.
I wonder if anything, because I want to go to that show. I wonder if anything kooky's going to happen at that one.
You guys, you can be the kooky people.
I've seen Volbeat live before. Nothing really kooky happens.
I didn't think so.
Like people actually, it is hard vibe
Mhm.
at Volbeat for sure. It is like there's nothing really crazy happens usually.
When and where is it?
Down in Columbus, January 8th or something like
Okay,
that.
we should get our tickets because I want to see Ghost really
I do
bad.
wanna go
If it's
see that
January
concert.
8th, Alex is going to make another fuck you
Oh,
right now.
yeah.
He can't go.
I'm
Yeah.
gonna have to double check though. I don't think it was January something.
Oh, you guys
feel
going
like
to that
it was
convention,
right.
right?
No. We had a show. Alex was going to go on vacation with Amanda to Charleston, right? And then, so that was planned out. And then we get a message on Facebook. This guy wants to book us for a show. And Alex goes, yeah, all right. And he goes, January 8th. And like earlier this week, it was like Tuesday or something, Alex is like, I made a fucky wucky. We're like, yeah, what's the fucky wucky? He booked the show while he would be down in Charleston. So
What are you going to do, bud?
We're going to have to cancel it.
So yeah, we can't do that. So I'm just, since I have to remember things for Alex now, he will not be available January 8th. That is a
Alex's
Saturday.
secretary.
Well, that's better because it's February 7th.
February
Perfect.
7th.
No vacation February 7th.
Alex is going to schedule his vacation February 7th.
Alex is going to book a show February 7th and schedule a vacation
Hey, can we
February
move the
7th.
vacation down a month? And by the way, we need to move the show
Down a month.
down a month.
Oh, hey, I'm going to a concert also, by the way. Like, isn't that crazy? To
To
Columbus.
See, but I wish Brandon still lived in Columbus so we
I
could
do
stay with
too.
him.
He's
again.
going to come visit soon.
Yeah, he did say that.
He said January.
Who else was coming?
Matt will be back in town Tuesday. Andy will be back Wednesday.
I feel like someone from out of town is like coming to visit. Oh no, wait. It's Brandon staying at the Twins, right?
Yeah, that's what his plan is so
I
far.
love how I didn't even, like, That was just the plan. We weren't even talked to, but I'm cool with it. I don't care.
He's just gonna sleep on your couch.
He's like, I really hope the Twins just let me stay for the weekend. I was like, I'm sure you'll be fine, buddy.
He can use my bed if he wants. I'll sleep downstairs.
No, my parents really liked Brandon. He's a nice, respectable lad.
Yeah.
He is.
With
looks like he's 30.
Yeah, he does.
He's a big boy.
He called
a
my
kind
sister
man.
average looking.
He ratioed your sister.
The
You're average. Didn't he say it to her face?
No.
Or no, he said it to your parents' face.
Yeah.
There's the
laughed.
handsome twins and their average sister, and then they laughed about it.
That's so
Oh,
good.
Brandon, you're a good kid.
Haha, Brandon, talk about Bigfoot more.
Yeah, that was.
I was football at Ohio State.
Bigfoot.
Bigfoot ball.
Luke, do you want to shout out the two homies?
Oh yeah, I actually put their names. So Micah Ballard and Yuri Corona from Onigiri. Thank you guys for the subscribe.
Were they the ones that played Gartic Phone with you too?
No.
Oh, okay.
They were playing.
No,
Onigiri.
they were playing Onigiri.
Did the assholes who were playing Gartic Phone subscribe as well?
No, it was. They weren't random people. It was me, Luke, Juice, David, Caden, and one of Caden's friends.
Oh. I thought it was like random people.
No, but she joined in on roasting your ass.
Oh, okay. Well, she watches this. I appreciate the roast. Thanks. I saw some of them.
Thanks.
They really meant a
You saw
lot.
2 out of like fucking 30.
Well, like every single one had a picture of you somewhere in it. Like the whole
Jesus.
phone
And
line down.
your hair was consistent because I drew one picture with you and I gave you the founding father cut, and then everybody after that. That's how we identified that it was
We
you.
always knew that it was an Alex picture because everyone gave you the founding father cut.
You got a fresh fade from 1776.
Jesus.
Call it the Patriot.
It went hard, dude. We nailed it.
We did. It was a good time.
Anyway.
Do anime of the week.
Wow, I feel like I'm getting bossed around.
Do it.
Someone's got to take charge of the Harem Podcast.
You know what?
What?
There's something else that you can do. You can hit that like button, comment, and
There we go.
subscribe, and check us out on Twitch, YouTube, MySpace.
Really,
Apple
not
TV,
really Twitch anymore because we're going to be streaming to YouTube now.
Apple TV, Hulu,
There's a lot of
I have,
streaming services that we don't know.
Netflix, Tubi.
Shudder.
I have a friend. He was addicted to the hokey pokey. But don't worry, he turned himself around.
There was another dad joke we said yesterday.
Yeah, so somebody was admitted to the hospital. They had 15 plastic horses and donkeys in their rectum. The staff got them stable.
No, it's a pain in the ass. But the staff got them stable.
Yeah, it was a pain in the ass, but the staff got them stable.
All right, anyway, anime of the week. It's a show called Heaven's Memo Pad. Your first crime solved is free. This is a show about a neat detective service that solves crimes around the city. Ooh, they're real cool like that.
Is it neat as an N-E-E-T?
Mm-hmm. They're all shut-ins.
How do they solve crimes?
They do.
They go out.
They go out. So the main girl that I sent a bunch of pictures of,
Mhm.
she's Alice, and she is like the head. She never leaves her room. And she has all these computers, so she's like a master hacker. And then you have some
Head.
goober that's a military kid, a pimp, some dude that just knows everybody in every gang to ever live. And it's just kind of like they go around, they solve crimes. Yeah, real quirky.
What are the crimes like? Are they quirky crimes too, or are they like
Straight rape
like
and
old
homicide.
man was murdered, 88-year-old runs
they
car
did,
into children?
They did do they had a missing persons, and they solved the case by finding out that she killed herself.
Jeez, was it a slice of life anime?
Oh yeah, sure was. No, it wasn't. It kind of at some points reminded me of Ikebukuro a little bit, just because it was more serious crimes going on, but they kind of just solved things around the neighborhood. Like if someone had a problem and they couldn't, like the police weren't going to solve the fucking problem fast enough, they would go to them to solve it first, and then the police would get involved in shit like that.
Let's go to the shut-in needs to solve our case.
They were famous, dude.
Ikebukuro with cute girls.
Famous pasta.
What if I poured rubbing alcohol on your tattoo?
You clean it.
Cool.
But then like the whole last thing is
Clean
it kind of gets in like gang war type beat thing.
Actually, that's very similar. You could.
And there was like
Kinda
a
happened.
drug citadel that they shut down and shit. And really just like amps up near the
Damn,
end.
that's kinda
It
crazy.
feels like they just kind of did this for fun. Like, hey, let's go solve crimes, and then
Except
bam,
it's
we're
not.
solving
They're
it.
very serious about the whole time. I'm explaining it like they have fun doing it. They're a very serious thing. Like the whole point of it is that there's like Alice gathered people that didn't know what they were going to do with their lives. And instead of them throwing them away, doing nothing with them, they solve crimes.
It's kind of based.
It's really based.
Sounds like
it
a
was
based
a very
show.
good
Is this
show.
the one I helped you choose? With the
Yeah.
numbers?
Yeah. And
That's
then,
gonna be like the standard from now on.
and then I have a new one that I'm watching now, and then the next one that I have to watch.
Jeez. Got a full plate, Luke.
Look, dude, I'm almost done with the one I'm watching now. I have 2 episodes left.
Is Heaven's Memo Pad 12 episodes?
Yes. The first episode is 48 minutes, though.
All right, I'm down with it.
What would you rate Heaven's Memo Pad?
I give it an honest, like, 8.5 or 9.
How many
out of
life
10.
sentences out of 10?
How many life sentences?
Jeez.
How many double homicides out of 10?
I give it probably 9 life sentences without parole.
Without
9
parole.
consecutive. 9 consecutive life sentences
Okay,
without
okay.
parole.
That's like at least 4 double homicides.
Yeah,
How many-
that's pretty good cooking right there. That person.
How
knew what they
long
were
is a
doing.
life sentence?
A life sentence.
180 years?
Yeah, it's something like that. They have like an actual amount of time.
Yeah, I knew there was.
Yeah, I
know
think
there's
it's
like a scale
100.
for
I
it.
feel like it's like 85 or something. Like,
And there's like a reason why they give multiple life sentences to one person too. There's like an actual
Yeah, I
reason
know.
for it.
Uh,
I forget what it is.
I thought it was like 100 and some years, but I can't. I'm trying so hard right now.
But when I read it, I was like, wow, that actually kind of makes sense. Because I thought it was stupid. Like, why give someone 10 life sentences? Like, just give them in life.
I
prison.
think
Like,
it's because you can get out of a life sentence.
yeah, I think that's why
And
they give them so
if they
many.
do that, they're like, oh, nope, you're still barred away, buddy.
Yeah, you're like a cat with 9 lives.
Well, because most of the time a life sentence you get.
in most places in the United States, a life sentence is 15 years without parole. So
My ass life
that's
sentence.
not life. Yeah, look.
No, it's 15 years without parole, and then you're
Oh,
eligible
okay.
for parole.
So
you are
that's-
forced to serve at least 15 years before you're available for parole.
Oh.
So that's probably why they give them multiple
because
to
it's like
stack up without
15,
parole.
30, 45.
So if you had like 9 life sentences, you'd have to serve, what is that, 130 years before
Yeah.
you're eligible for parole.
Okay, yeah, that makes total sense now, actually.
What if out of spite someone survived that long just to get parole?
I'm gonna get out of
And
prison.
then they get parole and then die trying to get on the bus.
They get parole and then they're stabbed.
I'd feel kind of bad for him at that point.
Depends on what they did.
Yeah.
I feel bad for the dude that murdered 16 people in 1983.
We'll be like 1804.
So
or some shit.
I used to
Dude, it's 2004 now. Just let him out.
I used to watch like a ton of like prison shows.
NCIS.
No,
Oh, like
like inside prison footage
oh,
shows.
stop
True crime.
with the cat.
Not quite true crime, like literally like prison
Like Locked Up
documentaries.
Abroad.
Yeah, like Locked Up. Like I loved Locked Up. That was a great show.
What was the show where they took kids that were like probably
Beyond
Scared
beyond
Straight.
scared
Mhm.
straight?
But like, so I used to watch a lot of those prison shows, and I forget which one it was that I was watching, but they did a special about prison weapons, in there, and one of the weapons they were talking about, it was this prison guard saying like he had like a display case in his office of all the weapons he had confiscated, or like not all of them, but like all the cool, interesting ones, and the one right in the middle looked like it was made of like red and purple and green like glass. And they like asked about it, and he was like, "This is a knife made out of Jolly Ranchers."
Holy fuck.
So what the guy did is he like took the Jolly Ranchers and like melted them down by like putting them up in the light or something like that. And then when they were all liquidus, he like got like made like a mold or whatever and poured it into there so it would all like form. And he did that until he had like a Jolly Rancher knife that was like that thick. And then he like kind of rubbed it on the pavement to get it sharp, and so it's like a knife. Like
You could just ate some of it.
it looked like he made a Jolly Rancher Bowie knife.
That is so cool.
Yeah, I'm like, how the fuck are you that creative like that?
And in prison.
Yeah,
and in
like,
prison, yeah.
Like, that is some fucking insane shit. And this guy made a Jolly Rancher knife.
This dude's got some MacGyver-ass mental attitude, and he's in prison.
Like,
Yeah.
they made, like, dude spent like 3 weeks making that knife, never got to use it and got it taken away because he didn't make something he could conceal. It's a fucking Bowie knife made of candy.
John, what is that? This is my Jolly Rancher.
This is my...
Why is it sharp?
It's
Why is it shaped like a knife?
You're
It's-
seeing things.
It's candy.
What are you talking about? What are you...
What are you talking about?
He's silly.
Candy.
You want some? You want a lick?
Well, before we get to the next topic, we're going to take a beer break. The cameras are a little thirsty, it looks like. Alex is probably... Oh, we got his monster.
Why are the cameras thirsty?
Don't worry about it.
Because the candid needs to rest.
Yeah, we'll give
Because
him
it
a
has
rest.
a limit to film.
All right, we'll catch you guys in the next segment.
Bruh.
That was a good beer break.
You gotta smell
Good
his
break.
poo poo.
So we just watched a bunch of Beyond Scared Straight clips, and they are fucking hilarious.
Good.
I only remember that show being funny.
Yeah, it is really funny. Like that, we just watched a clip. There's a lady in there for check fraud, and when she got a little too rowdy, they pulled her out of the room. In another clip, there was a man in for first-degree murder, and the first thing they do when he walks in is they took his handcuffs off. So I don't really know how they're basing danger or not, but apparently
Big
Big Deuce is not.
It's not as terrifying
Yeah.
as LaShondra.
Yeah. It was an interesting show.
We like Big Deuce.
Big Deuce was
Deuce was a
based.
gamer.
He was based.
Yeah.
I would like to send us into Beyond Scared Straight.
But we don't do anything wrong.
Hello, Harem and Beyond Scared Straight.
Yeah, could you imagine sending all 4 of us into Beyond Scared Straight?
Yeah, and then they'd go in and the fucking prisoners would be like, why the fuck are you guys here?
What'd you do?
Check fraud?
I have a 10-year sentence coming up.
10 years to check.
Why are you here?
Gnarly.
The
I'm
government
here.
doesn't fuck around
Pretty
with
sure it's a
money.
federal offense.
Yeah, I'm actually here for domestic abuse. Who you beat? My meat.
Hey, bro, that's what's up.
Hey, homie, I'm Big Deuce.
You think you could like get it if you just started making jokes and they started to like you? Like you
know.
like you don't really do anything wrong. Like we
Probably.
like if we just went into Beyond Scared Straight, we're just like, yeah, I have domestic abuse. I beat my meat. And they were like, hey, this dude got jokes.
I really don't know, like, how... Like, when I was watching those clips, like, when they were getting people, like, angry, like, when they were trying to get the kids angry or whatever, or make them cry or whatever, they usually were just, like, calling them bitch and stuff.
Yeah.
And it's like, I don't know how effective that would be with me.
It wouldn't be effective with
us.
me at all.
Well, because, like, there's a certain level of maturity. It seems like everybody there was just, like...
Well, they're all like young teenagers.
yeah.
No one was in like their 20. I think the oldest I saw was like 17.
Yeah.
No, 19.
18.
Yeah, he was in 10th grade.
Dude, I'm a senior. I'm in my last year.
I only have the credits of a 10th grader.
You're a 10th grader.
So you.
What an interesting program.
Yeah, it certainly is. That's American television at its finest right there.
That's entertainment. I don't care what
That's
you say.
entertainment.
That's right there.
It is entertaining. I will 100% give
Makes
it
for good
entertaining.
TV.
It does.
It does.
It makes for really good TV.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I would I want more programs like that. Like, I think a sport that we should make way more popular is boxing and MMA. There's nothing I love more than watching highly trained individuals beat the fuck out of each other. So I feel like we should get that more mainstream.
Hello,
I feel
Harem
like-
boxing tournament.
Oh, jeez.
Luke versus Conor McGregor.
Should we write the obituary now?
Yeah, my favorite part about that whole thing would be how Conor McGregor would talk complete shit about me the entire time, knowing that I am not a professional
I know.
MMA fighter / boxer at all, and then he would talk shit the whole time, and then make it like it was the greatest victory he's ever had.
That was the toughest victory I ever had to do.
I don't know. Usually he just says it was easy.
Jonathan versus Manny Pacquiao.
He'd be like, "That was, oh my god, wait, my fight's not as bad as yours. Yours is fucked. You're done."
At least you'll get taken out in one hit. I'll be like pummeled for a while.
He'll knock you out and then keep hitting you until you realize you're knocked out.
McGregor's kicks are hilarious because of how effective they are. You'll get windmill kicked and it'll be over. I'll just get beat the fuck out of me. Jesus Christ! I want to see Alex versus in his prime George Foreman.
Do you want to buy a grill?
No, the boxer.
Yeah, George Foreman.
Yeah, I mean the grills are.
By George
The
Foreman.
girls came after the boxing
Yeah,
career.
but
I didn't even know he was a boxer.
Yeah,
I didn't
No
either.
idea. I thought he was the grill
Dude,
guy.
he's like 7 foot tall. He's fucking huge.
Alex has to play a game of what's that slap game? Tennis with Shaq.
Break
Except
my
it's cross
hand.
your face.
No, you know those professional slap tournaments?
Yeah.
Alex has to do that with Shaq.
Shaq's hand.
no, he
is
has to do it
probably
with
the
the
size of his
one
hand.
Russian guy.
Oh my god.
Oh, the big
The
fat
big,
one.
the
Like-
big Russian guy who
like-
knocks people out with just a
Yeah,
slap.
there's like that one clip of him slapping the guy, and he hits him so hard that the dude like literally like goes like and like folds forward like a card table. It's
I
incredible.
don't want to get slapped by a large.
No,
man.
I don't want to.
Oh my
either.
god, it's
a
amazing.
large Russian man.
Yeah.
Need that, mind you.
I'll pass on that.
Yeah, no, I would like to see that, or I would like to see Anthony versus Evander Holyfield.
I don't know who that is.
We should
Would die.
Oh.
He's the boxer that Tyson bit his ear off.
Oh. So he's probably got a vendetta.
Well, he bit Tyson bit his ear off because Tyson was losing. So he beat Mike Tyson. So, good luck. Or in his prime Iron Mike. Fucking like one punch and Anthony's dies.
Let's just do that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'd rather not suffer.
let's just bring back Ultimate Taser Ball.
What?
Ultimate Taser Ball. It's soccer, but everyone has tasers.
Sounds awesome.
It sounds really fun.
I like a professional tag. That's a good sporting event.
That's cool. I like
You ever
that.
seen
What is
that?
professional
Yeah,
tag?
it's crazy.
They have like an arena set up and it's just two guys playing tag.
Like parkour style tag. It's
That's
crazy.
kinda cool.
It's
Like
really
climbing
cool.
shit and like jumping and
Is it Japan that has like the keep the balloon off the ground competitions?
Probably.
Have you
fun.
seen that?
Yeah.
They
I
put them
have.
in like a glass room so they can record them, and it's set up like a normal bedroom or something. And they just have to keep the balloon in the air, so you see people like diving over beds to get the balloon to not hit the ground and shit.
That's hilarious.
I love weird fucking competition. Oh god, what was that? It was a game show on Nickelodeon. It was like the set was set up like an Aztec temple.
Oh, shit.
Oh,
What was that?
Temple of the
Fuck, dude, that was
Asshole.
awesome.
That show was
That was
so
awesome.
fucking cool. Remember they had like the maze that you had to go in through,
Yeah.
Mhm.
and like the thing would like pop out at
Yeah.
you.
I remember the big head.
Yeah, and it would talk.
Yeah.
Legends of the Hidden Temple.
Yeah, that show was
That was
cool
awesome.
as hell.
That was awesome. That was old school.
I really liked that show.
Mhm.
We need more like cool game shows like that.
Yeah.
You know, like fuck Jeopardy. Give me like an Aztec.
All right,
temple.
first off, I like Jeopardy. Jeopardy's been around for like 50 years, dude. Jeopardy's solid. Fuck Wheel of Fortune. What are your views on The Price is Right?
I like the old host for The Price is Right. The old guy who was really like zany.
I like The Price is Right. I like that one mini game they do with the mountain climber.
Yeah,
was
I
pretty
like that.
Yeah, that was funny.
You don't like Drew Carey?
I don't mind. Drew
He's not
Carey.
bad, but the
He's
guy
a Cleveland
before
boy.
him, the guy before him was awesome. The real old guy.
Fucking.
I
I
forget
feel like
his
his name
name.
was Mike.
No, it was not. It was probably
Sure.
like Clarence.
Oh, you know what was a really good game show? Wipeout, dude.
I
You know,
did
nah,
I liked it.
I have
but
my gripes with Wipeout. It was like it was funny,
Yeah.
but the OG is MXC.
Bob Barker.
It's actually called Bob Barker. That's right, it's
Yeah.
Bob Barker. In the 80s, Japan had a game show called Takeshi's Castle. And it was pretty much like Wipeout. They would run through all these events and try not to get like
Goobered.
Eliminated.
eliminated, goobered, whatever you want to say. It was funny as shit. So what Spike TV did in the early 2000s was they dubbed over the Japanese version in English. And imagine ghost stories, like that kind of dubbing, just no care in the world, over this Japanese game show. It was so fucking funny. I watched it all the
Hilarity
time.
quite literally ensues
The
every
names,
single time.
The names are hilarious too, and every time a character comes on, they have these voices and they give them this shtick. It is so
Yeah, like a
fucking
guy will
funny.
come on like, oh, this is Mark from Connecticut. He's like, I like big titties, and then he gets like hit.
They just beat the shit out of him.
Oh, I'm glad that exists.
It's a good. It's
Uh,
so good.
What was that one? Survivor or whatever.
I did not like Survivor.
Yeah, it wasn't good.
Survivor was always bad.
Fear Factor.
I loved
Joe
Fear
Rogan?
Factor.
Fucking amazing show.
I loved
like
Fear
Fear Factor.
Factor.
I loved Fear Factor, man.
The only gripe I had with Fear Factor was when it was like, there's a bunch of like stupid bugs that aren't poisonous in any way, shape, or form that can't hurt you, and everyone was like,
okay, but like,
people have some debilitating phobias of
yeah,
bugs.
and don't it, like.
but I'm not saying that people don't do. How did every single person that went on that show have the exact same debilitating phobia to bugs?
Because if I was put into a glass coffin and they filled it with bugs, I'd be pretty upset too.
I mean, I'd be upset. Don't get me wrong.
That's one I wouldn't want to do.
That's icky to me.
I don't mind bugs, but like,
I like spiders,
Stay
but
away
that's
from-
about it.
The one Fear Factor trap that always like scared the ever loving fuck out of me was the cage that they would put you in, and then they'd like fill it with water. Like it was a cage that constricted you, so you couldn't move your arms or legs, or you couldn't like move at all. And then they like slowly filled it with water.
That's fucked.
Yeah, and then I forget like how you won that one, but like I want to say like you had a partner next to you, and you could like one of you had like one like hand free, and you had to undo something, and then reach over and undo that, and then they had to undo something on you, and it was like back and forth. And like the fastest time to get out one or something like that. Yeah, and it was really scary because like when people didn't finish, they would just fill all the way up with water.
try not to drown.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The Try Not to Drown Challenge.
Yeah, right? Isn't that sketchy as fuck?
Yeah.
That one's scary. There was another game show that I really liked where it was just completely in the dark. I feel like it was called like Blackout or something.
I couldn't tell you.
It was
have no
really
idea.
funny. I remember they did this one. They did this one where like so the stick of the show was like everything that you did, you were in a room that was in complete pitch black darkness, and you had to like do things using only every sense except your eyes. It's like you would use like hearing, touch, smell, whatever. So they had this one challenge they did in this room where they had a bunch of like stuff that you had to identify by smell. Like you could walk over and like somebody would guide you over, and then they'd put you in front of it and you would smell it. And like you'd have to identify it. And they had this one chick, they had this like really large guy, and they just had him bend completely over and had this chick basically
Jeez.
stick her nose in his ass. It was funny as fuck because she identified it pretty damn fast.
That's an ass.
Yeah, that,
A man's
I can
asshole.
smell shit.
yeah, but that show was cool. I liked that one.
It's gross.
It is gross, but the show was good.
That's a man's poop shoot.
Bob, can I get 500 on That's an Asshole?
Today's daily double.
Is this an asshole?
Welcome to the final showcase.
Oh, fuck that show.
That's Price is Right.
No, Deal or No Deal, sorry.
Deal or No Deal was.
Deal or No Deal fucking sucked. I never understood how it worked.
You
I don't
just
like Mandy.
guess.
But you want the lowest number at the start, then you want the highest number at the end
Yeah,
for some reason.
because you want the highest number because that's the highest number, and that's you. You get the lower
then
numbers to
whoever
knock
was
off
the-
your chance of not getting the lowest number.
Then whoever was the fucking banker,
Total blackout.
dude was just like, oh, hey, you have like $60,000. Then you're like, all right, you'll roll a 1,
Is that
and it'll be
shit in
like,
the dark? It was cool
oh,
as fuck.
$20.
Well,
It was really
the
fun.
banker was like, he wanted you to quit because if the higher number was still on the board, you had a chance of getting it. So his goal was to get you to not get that number. So if you got like 1 cent, $5, $10, he'd be like, all right, I'll give you like $10,000 to walk away right now.
Stupid germaphobe Howard
Dude, I would
Mandel.
take that like every day.
But like that's the thing, you could take the 10,000 and leave,
Yeah.
or the million was still on the board. So it's like, what do I do? You know,
Cut the losses and take the 10,000.
I wouldn't even say that's a fucking loss. You walk on the show
Yeah.
and leave with money.
Exactly. I would.
Germaphobe Howard
yeah.
Mandel, dumbass.
Is he germaphobe?
Yes,
He
he's
is.
a he's
Yeah,
a
he is.
massive germaphobe. Actually,
I forget like what examples are of that, but like
he never shook hands
uh,
ever, no matter what. He would never shake any of the contestants' hands.
That would suck to be a germaphobe.
Yeah, that would really blow.
ooh, I'm scared of germs.
Ooh. Oh
I feel
no.
like going out to eat in public just wouldn't be a thing. You'd be like, someone just used this, or you'd bring your own fucking silverware.
Howie Mandel has not left his house since the pandemic started.
No, he's probably the most shut in neat.
He's afraid of outside. He's afraid to touch grass.
Every time he shits, he has to have somebody come sterilize the bathroom.
He has sanitary wipes.
The poop sanitizer.
He uses Lysol wipes.
He shits into an incinerator.
Liar.
Oh, Howie.
All right, let's get some of these topics on.
We have topics?
Yeah.
Oh.
When there was the Demon Slayer one, we were going to talk about. I have a cool little article I found earlier.
I'm sure you do.
I think I know what it is. After you say it, I'm going to let you know if I was right. If I was actually wrong, I'll say, yep, I was wrong. But if I'm right,
Okay.
then I'll say that.
You might know because you browse the same subreddits as me.
I didn't see anything on Reddit.
Oh, okay. Then I don't think you'll know.
Oh, I think I'll know.
I'll start it off then.
Jesus fucking Christ, someone start.
I'll start it off then. But
Send it.
the president for the animation studio of Demon Slayer got arrested for tax fraud.
I sent
old
that.
news, bud.
I sent that months ago.
That was
when
like
came out.
No, he got...
No, he was.
that's
They
old
were
news.
already allegations months ago, and then like 3 weeks ago, I sent the article saying that he was arrested for tax fraud.
Oh, why did something pop up like literally
Because
yesterday?
he probably just got convicted.
Oh, it might have been. I don't know.
Tax fraud? I don't know what it is. It's the funniest fucking crime to me.
It is.
Anytime I hear somebody got arrested for tax fraud, I'm like, fuck.
It just doesn't sound like a real crime.
I know it really
It's all
doesn't.
made up numbers anyway.
Well, he it was a lot of money.
Well, I
It's
figured
a
he's the
lot of
president of
money.
the animation company.
like it was
for
like
Demon
millions
Slayer.
of yen that he was laundering.
So that's big.
Well, millions of yen isn't honestly that. I mean, it's a lot. It's a lot of money. Don't get
It
me
was
wrong,
like
but that's
millions of US dollars.
not- okay, yeah, that's different. Millions of yen is not.
Private property is inherently theft.
But it's like millions of yen is not as much as people always.
Well, no, if I see
Think.
something, say like I'm browsing in an apartment in Japan, it's like this 300,000 yen. Initially, someone would be like, holy fuck, that's a lot month to month. It's only like 3,000. I mean, it's $3,000. That's still a lot
Yeah.
of money, but it's better than 300,000.
Would you have preferred if I said hundreds of million yen because it means the exact same thing? One's just more specific.
What if...
No, I'm just
Is there a
saying.
number?
Because he was being tried for evading 138 million yen, about 1.2 million dollars worth of taxes. He also allegedly hid over 441 million yen, about $4 million worth of cafe merchandise sales
Cafe merchandise sales, holy fuck.
Oh my god.
from 2015 to
I
2018.
can't wait till the government finds out about Tippy's tax fraud.
Yeah, that'll be awesome.
I didn't realize like animation studios made that much money off like merch and stuff.
Dude, they milk
Dog.
it so much.
Well, yeah, I know they milk it, but like I haven't even thought about it. That's a lot of
Dog,
money.
in 3 years, imagine how much Fate shit they sold.
I mean, holy shit. And Demon Slayer stuff.
I mean, there's probably
Demon
people
Slayer
in their
wasn't
apartment.
around in 2018.
it wasn't?
No.
No,
What year?
2019.
2019.
Well, imagine how much shit they made after that.
There's probably people in their apartments with like thousands and thousands of dollars worth of just one character.
Bullshit.
What?
I didn't even like think about that.
Like,
Well, I know it's like there, but it's just something that hasn't crossed my mind.
Mhm.
Like monetary value that animation studios make just never really crosses my mind besides the production of a show, really.
it's stupid. Like,
Well,
merch sales for anime is just asinine.
I mean, think about it. They sell a fucking napkin for 50 or 5,000 yen.
Napkin?
I'm making up a fucking.
Like
Are
a
you
thing.
are you thick, bud?
Smooth. Smooth.
Jesus
Who's
Christ!
here?
If they sold fucking napkins for 5,000 yen,
People would buy 'em.
imagine how many napkins they'd sell from 2015 to 2018.
Like if it has a picture like Saber Lion on
Saber
it,
Lion napkin set.
you'd probably buy one.
I'd fuck with a Saber Lion.
The
napkin
dining set.
Yeah.
It comes
Get your
with, like,
fine china with Saber Lion.
Saber Lion.
I would
is
buy
there.
that. I'm not.
Don't forget the
kidding.
tea set.
I can't wait for the Testament of Sister New Devil bidet that I ordered.
Bidet.
Yeah.
That would be a hell of a product. Right
I want
there.
a bidet that just looks like an anime girl constantly spitting into my asshole.
That would
The
be.
Issei bidet.
The easy.
Yeah, that has a nice ring to it.
Prez.
Press a button, it says Prez, and then it just sprays water into your hand.
With like 4 distinctive power settings.
Prez.
It's the strongest. It's the strongest bidet known to man.
The The water's
4,000 psi.
and always boiling.
You can get the One Punch Man bidet.
70,000 psi, baby.
70,000 psi and steam instead of water.
It's like a fire hose, but into your asshole.
What? Why is Jay in the hospital? He accidentally shot boiling steam up his ass.
How did he do that? The One Punch Man bidet set.
70,000 psi.
Just looks like Saitama's face just going like... That would ruin your fucking day.
Damn right it would.
And your anus.
Yeah. And probably your ability to walk.
And your ability to shit.
I don't know, man. I think it would sterilize your colon.
No more pooping for you.
Yeah, you'd be clean.
Oh,
To
you'd
say
be
the least.
Yeah.
I'm ready for my colonoscopy now.
Yeah, you got a colonoscopy every single time you use the bathroom.
There's
So-
no problems.
What's gonna happen to you, Photable?
The president's probably going to get thrown in jail, and they're going to have to find a new president.
You think? I feel like that
Yes.
goes deeper than just the president. I feel like there's definitely probably more people involved.
Oh, sorry. The
assume.
CEO admitted to committing tax fraud in first day of court.
Yeah, I did it.
You nodded. Yeah. So why are you? I did it.
Literally, I think they're making him the fall guy for it
Probably.
Oh, that's-
because he admitted to evading that, and he admitted to hiding the money.
Oh, so
So pretty sure he's just taking the fall for the
Damn.
whole thing.
All rise for the honorable. I did it. I
And-
admit, it was me.
Unless he actually is the one that did, which
Because-
is totally a
I
probability
think it's
too.
plausible.
I did it. Here's the murder weapon.
I just feel like
Roughly,
it
please.
goes deeper. I feel like other people would be involved.
Hold on. On September 17, 2021, the CEO admitted to the allegations. He stated that he, quote, felt the company would not suffer if he evaded taxes, end quote.
Yeah,
Offering an apology and heavy bow in court.
the
Tax
heavy
fraud.
bow is
That's
the
fun.
fucking icing on the
Yeah,
cake.
that's a damn heavy bow.
Tax fraud is so fucking funny.
I felt like they wouldn't suffer if I just didn't pay taxes, you know?
You ever see that game on Steam? I get suggested a lot. Turnip Boy commits
Commits
tax
tax
fraud.
Huh.
No.
It's a game on Steam. It's very positive reviews.
As it should. It's tax fraud. Teach them young.
As you
Right.
should.
Right. Teach them young tax fraud with a very heavy bow.
Like, the thing is, he's just like, I felt like the company would suffer as he evaded $1.2 million worth of taxes. Man, I really didn't think it'd be a problem. It's only like, what? It's only a couple million, maybe.
It's only more money than most people will ever like make in their life.
Yeah.
I mean, if you add that with the money he hid, that's $5.2 million that he just didn't fucking tell anybody about.
You know, something like that just doesn't go under the radar. How do you expect this to pan out? You know what he should have
You
done?
say it doesn't go under the radar. It still took him fucking 3 years to find out. It still
Yeah,
took them
that's a good
3
point.
goddamn years to find out that there was $4 million unaccounted for.
Whoever the accountant is should probably be fired because they're not doing a very decent
Yeah, no, the
job.
accountants definitely should not have a
The
job.
accountant's also committing tax fraud.
Yeah, the accountant's a part of
But
that.
he's
they
not going to
know.
get charged because
Nah,
the
Condo's gonna
president
take the
took
fall.
the fall.
You ever, you guys
heavy
remember
bow.
that? That reminds me of that like George Carlin bit where he said like we shouldn't prosecute like drug dealers and people like that commit like money, like that have like money and that need laundered. We should convict the people laundering the money because that'll stop drug money real fast. And like same thing, like if we prosecuted the attorney or not the attorney, the accountant, he can't commit tax fraud anymore,
Yeah.
and nobody else will want to.
Yeah.
Until
Oh,
he
shit, they
hires
got-
new fucking... I don't know, man. Like
He
there-
said you should execute them, but that's... He said if you start executing one banker on TV once a month, it'll stop it real fast.
Yeah, execution and prosecution are two very different words.
Yeah.
And
George Carlin was
prostitution.
crazy.
Yeah.
And hilarious.
Yeah, funny.
execution, prosecution, and prostitution.
And prostate.
Get those checked, fellas.
Hey, boys. Now's a good time for me to bring this up. While you're listening to the podcast, I hope you're alone for this. If not, do it anyway. Go get a hot shower real quick. Get the boys loosened up. When you get out of the shower, I'm going to need you to stand in front of the mirror. Take your index finger, middle finger, and thumb.
Don't do it on the object.
And gently roll them around the circumference of your right and left testicle, using each hand. Check for lumps, abnormalities, or tangling of the testicle of the ureters and the testicle tubes. If you feel anything strange, call your doctor. Get it checked out. It might be nothing. It might be something. Looking out for you, fellas. Check them regularly.
Quickest and fastest to get a boner.
I have an erection.
Whoa.
I can't.
I'm getting sleepy.
Luke can't. All right.
Still hungry.
I know. I'm very hungry. I'm starving.
starving.
So we want to hit one more topic today, and that's I came across this thread on our anime. It was like, what are your opinions about anime hitting like the mainstream? Because it's interesting because when I was getting my tattoo last night, I was talking with my artist. We were talking anime like the whole time. He grew up in the days when like anime was like almost unheard of to like access. Like it wasn't even on Toonami. It wasn't on TV. You had to go to the video store, and they had like 10 that you could watch. So you had to go rent it and just kind of like guess, like if you liked it or not. Like he was talking, the big popular ones were like Ghost in the Shell, regular Dragon Ball. Naruto wasn't even out yet.
No.
Like the super old ones. And like how today it's like so easy to literally watch anything you want. Like you can watch the most obscure show in the world just by searching for it real quick. And we were just talking about the differences between then and now, and how he called us spoiled. He's like, you guys are like spoiled. He's like, you guys have so much on your plate. Like you can really watch whatever you want. And I'm like, we're just lucky. Like we're lucky to have like not only anime, but like the ease of access to any information we want literally at our fingertips.
Yeah, that's all helped to like streaming services.
Yeah.
And honestly, social media has probably been a huge help in spreading anime.
Word up.
Mm-hmm. It was what part did I bring? Oh yeah, I was telling him about like obscure shows. Like one I brought up was Katana Gatari. I was like, that's a show that if streaming wasn't a thing and like kind of like modern day wasn't exactly how it was, you would have never seen that here.
Nope.
That would have never reached American shores in a million years.
Like probably on my watch list, like 90% of the shows I would not have been able to watch if it didn't get more popular and be accessible on streaming platforms.
Do you guys like that it's becoming like huge for like with shows like Demon Slayer, the movie, and I mean everybody and their fucking grandma knows what most of these are now, like My Hero Academia.
Yeah, that shit's selling out in theaters in the US.
Yeah. Do you think?
I like it.
I do too. I actually like it. I think the people that like try to gatekeep that shit
Are losers?
Yeah,
Yeah,
why would you
cringe.
not want something that you're interested in to grow and get bigger? It only makes for probably better anime, more ease of access. It just makes the whole thing better. If you like it, why would you not want it to grow?
Because people like to gatekeep everything. I was on a Reddit thread about, it was just like a thread about, I think, him. I don't even remember what the thread was about because the comments are what like stuck out more than the thread. But it was more or less a bunch of people like white knighting and gatekeeping goth rock. And then the biggest argument that was happening in the chat was everyone was like, typo negative is not goth rock. And people were like, so people will gatekeep anything. And they'll stand their ground till the very bitter end.
I wonder.
So, I don't know.
Do you think why some people do it? Like, say, just in a really off the cuff example, like we were the first people to do like an anime podcast, like ever, and say we were like super popular.
That was us.
That was us.
We were the first ones.
No harm.
We
First ones
invented
out.
anime.
We invented anime. But like, you think people that like became fans of us would be like, no, dude, like if you weren't there for the beginning, you don't deserve to be there after everything's all said and done.
I'm sure that if we had enough fans, yes, there would be people.
That's so stupid. Like,
Luke invented electricity, and you never hear him gatekeeping.
yeah, like Thomas Edison ain't got shit on Luke.
Thomas Edison? Who the fuck
Fuck
is that?
Thomas Edison. Nikola Tesla is the man, the myth, the legend, and I will stand by that till the day I die. He stood for free electricity for all people, and he was actually on the verge of creating wireless electricity. And guess what? Thomas Edison said, hey, government can make money off this, and they fucking skated all that shit and let Thomas Edison steal everything.
Tesla's bad for big business.
He was terrible for it.
Tesla was a man of the people, and I will stand by that.
I hit a nerve.
But
Fuck Thomas Edison.
what the fuck are they getting at?
Gatekeep. We were kind of gatekeeping.
Oh god. I totally
Yeah, we're gatekeeping right now.
We're gatekeeping
No, it was,
anyway.
imagine if, like, say abroad in Japan, I'll take for example, you've been watching a lot longer than I have, and I'm sure there's people who've been watching a lot longer than you.
Mm-hmm.
Like, imagine if Chris Broad 7 years ago gained zero traction on his channel and it just wasn't growing over the years. Like, chances are he would still not be making content to this day.
No.
Like, it requires a bigger audience, and you need to grow. You don't have to keep, or you don't have to grow in order to keep doing something. It makes it better. I mean, if you really enjoy it, cool. But at the end of the day, things like that cost money, equipment, and just putting things out there. It gets expensive, and without a growing community in it, it probably won't be able to keep up forever.
I mean, I could even go as far as to say without me discovering Chris Broad, we wouldn't be here right now.
Chances, I
wouldn't have been born.
Jay was born right after I discovered Chris. I told his mom, and she's like, "Whoa, baby!" And then Jonathan popped
Whoa,
out.
a full-grown baby.
Yeah, I think he wants to be a nurse.
He's 16.
it's just gatekeeping is just so stupid. Like, I don't know.
What about people like you know how, like, the whole band thing where people wear band shirts and they only know like one song?
I hate that so much. I don't hate the fact that people wear band shirts and they don't know the music. I don't like when people shit on them for not knowing more than one song by the band, or even knowing any songs. I don't think you need to be a huge full fan to be able to rock merch or something. Like, look at you. You probably weren't a huge Shaky Grays fan. Not that you didn't like them, but you just weren't over the moon. And someone gatekeeping would be like, you can't know.
What's your favorite song? I honestly can name like one.
What is it?
Roll the Bones. Is that it?
You're not a real fan?
Someone would get mad at you for that. For
Oh,
not
you
knowing
like his most
everything.
But whatever, yeah, that's his like third most popular song on Spotify.
Yeah, like do some off top that's not on top 5.
Yeah, name anything off of When the War Came.
Yeah.
Come on, like that shit's
If you
stupid.
think the merch is cool, fucking rock it if you want. Go
I
for
don't
it.
care.
Like I can't even. There's probably countless people wearing like My Hero Academia or like Demon Slayer merch, and then you'll have these neckbeard, I don't know, like straw breathers, like look at and be like, "What's your favorite anime from seasonals in 2006 from the summer?"
I've never heard
Like, dude,
of
I
that.
started watching anime like a year ago because Demon Slayer. Oh, you're not a real anime fan.
This is super
Get the
off
fuck outta
topic,
here.
but Straw Breather made me remember it. So this is... You awoke a memory that I was trying to suppress so hard that I forgot it was there until you said the phrase straw breather. And now I'm really embarrassed again. So when I was in high school, I was taking STNA courses. And our instructor was extreme, is the word I'm going to use. Love her to death. Little extreme in her teaching. So one of the things she did is she was like, you're going to be taking care of primarily old people because most of you will end up working in a nursing home if you're an aide. So you need to know what it's like to be old. And we're like, why? I'm not joking. She made us put on hospital gowns and wigs and get walkers and canes and then breathe through a straw while walking through the hallways of our high school. And there were people, they saw
That
us.
is so embarrassing.
It was so embarrassing. And to make matters worse, if we didn't do it, she would have like failed us for the day, which was a big deal at the time. And then at certain points in the hallway, she would say something. I don't remember what the cue was. And she would make us fall down.
Shit your pants and have the next person clean it up for you.
Jonathan, shit your pants real quick.
Dude, like,
No.
Dude, that is the most embarrassing thing that's ever happened to me, and I'm so sad that I have to remember it.
I'm sorry.
Dude, she made us like walk through the cafeteria during fifth period lunch. Like,
Was that like the busy lunch? Because
yeah,
our high school had like busy lunch.
yeah, it was the most full one.
Damn.
It was bad.
Mine was evenly dispersed.
You probably had a lot of kids in your school.
Yeah.
Well, Hoover did too, but... Well, back on the
Sorry.
anime thing.
Yeah,
That was
No, that's
funny
fine.
though.
I thought that was a funny
Yeah,
story.
it was fucked.
I thought that was funny.
I'm gonna like randomly like click something and then be like, shit your pants, and then you'll cry.
Like I have like some weird like
He's got like a dog ticker in his
yeah.
pack.
Like,
You forgot your morning pills.
what's the thing? Conditioning. Like I have some
Yeah.
weird conditioning that anytime somebody like clicks a clicker and then whistles, I shit myself. Oh Jesus!
Podcast over. I gotta go.
Guys, there's a mess.
Okay. Continue.
One of the cool thing about anime getting more popular is like we wouldn't have gone to Comic-Con this year, and I had a blast going there and seeing all the stuff. Like we wouldn't have MeCon, we wouldn't have this podcast, and without anime growing, like this probably wouldn't grow at all. You know, we'd be stuck to the same group of people, and it might just be super small. And now with it getting more popular, things like that we do, like MeCon and this podcast, are going to be able to grow as more people get into this.
Probably wouldn't have came and hung out with you guys.
I probably wouldn't even know Lou. Well, I might. He got introduced through Korn, but I think we became like such good friends because of anime.
Literally, we had like nothing that was a common point before anime when we first started hanging out.
And like now that we have been, there's more obviously.
Yeah,
But like
but,
without
the introduction.
Without something
Yeah.
that would be big enough to be like, oh hey, it's in common.
yeah.
Did I introduce you to the twins?
Why did you?
Like not like why, but like what?
Well, I think
What
didn't
was,
you
like-
tell him that we liked anime?
You said, I was like, oh, I'm just getting into anime, and you're like, oh, we do like weekly binges. You should come over.
Oh,
one
yeah,
time.
yeah.
And
That
I was
is
like-
why.
I
That
was like, oh,
I'm
sure.
sorry. Why did I introduce you? It was probably like the wrong phrasing.
No, I got
Sorry.
what you meant.
What made me like what
No.
like triggered me? To
I
want
got
to
what
do
you
it.
meant when you said why
Yeah,
in the
yeah,
first
yeah.
place, but like it's like, yeah, literally anime.
Why did I introduce you to the
They're
twins?
my friends.
My friends.
Jay's
What if I started
gatekeeping.
gatekeeping the twins? Like super
You haven't
hard.
known them as long.
Yeah, like stupid shit.
weren't there when
What's
we-
Anthony's middle name, huh? How many pubes does that?
You weren't there when we rode army jeeps on the parade and
Yeah.
stuff.
I wasn't there, but that would have been fun.
It was
It
cool.
was based.
We were throwing candy at children.
Yeah. Remember when we weren't allowed to go anymore because one of you, I forget which one it was, took a sucker and beat a kid in the head with it super hard, and so the parents complained, and they found out that it was us doing it, and they asked my grandpa to not like bring us anymore.
The army jeep is firing weapons at the children.
Yeah, because I feel like it wasn't one kid. I feel like we were taking handfuls of hard candy and as hard as we could throwing them at groups of children, just pelting the fuck out of them.
Or the boat train. Remember boat train?
Boat train.
Your grandma would pull like three
yeah.
things behind the tractor.
Yeah.
One had a boat with a gun on it.
I do
A little
remember that.
Gatling gun.
Yeah. But I don't know. Like talking to Chris last night kind of opened my eyes to. We're super lucky, and like it's just growing as a genre. But there's still people that not only gatekeep, but think it's like still super obscure and weird.
Well, yeah, like I was that person in 2019. Like most of 2019, I was that guy. I would see you watching anime on the couch and be like, he's not being productive. What the fuck is he doing with his time watching this stupid anime?
Smut.
And then there was me on the couch like, best 02 moments. I hope no one finds out what I'm doing.
Oh no, don't look at me watching 02 moments.
Yeah, like keeping it a secret.
Well, I
but
brought it up with Thor yesterday, was it? And I was
yeah,
like,
I
oh,
think
I
on
don't want to
Discord.
get too into this because we're going to talk about it tomorrow. I made fun of people in high school all the time to their faces for watching anime. Now, most of them were my friends, of course, so like it wasn't like I was being a dick. It was all in fun. But like, I was seriously like, it was serious judgment.
Yeah.
I was like, wow, you guys are stinky and losers.
I don't
And-
think.
And now I think about it, I've probably watched more anime than any of them have now.
Oh yeah, easily. Yeah. I mean, Luke, you might be coming close to me soon.
Goober.
Yeah.
Uber.
Piss
So rough.
pants.
It was
rough
it's
life out
it
there.
was like a slippery slope, and I fell really hard into it.
Mm-hmm.
Like I'd say most people don't start a podcast around anime,
No.
but you know,
I can say probably a majority of people do
But
not.
Anthony, we're not most people.
Most people like go out on the weekends.
We have specialized.
We're Joker pilled.
we are Joker build.
No, but like,
I'm so glad that I have the ability to go meet people without you guys.
Would you define yourself as red pilled or blue pilled?
Is red pill like good and blue pill bad?
Red pilled is like I'm woke.
I'm here. I see through the government's lies, and like blue pilled is like I'm a sheeple.
Yeah, I'm complacent to be a fucking salary cuck.
I'm part of the sheeple.
Yeah.
I'm red pilled as fuck.
I told Corporal I'm Joker pilled because he called me Joker pilled. So I'm not red nor blue.
That's
I'm
like
Joker
ascended
pilled.
red. That's like Thanos level.
Yeah, can you imagine taking a green and purple pill?
Thanos pilled.
That's the win. That is a dub.
I'm Fortnite pilled.
I'm cracked.
I double pump, dude.
Dude, you crank 90s?
I do crank
90s?
Hell yeah.
Thor
dude.
doesn't crank
Thor doesn't
90s.
crank
Thor
90s.
doesn't crank 90s. Just like how Alex doesn't T-spin.
You know T-spin?
Dude, I invented T-spinning. I taught Sweet Sax how to do it.
You don't
Christ.
T-spin. You don't T-spin.
This guy doesn't even know how to crank 90s.
This dude doesn't even BLJ. Come on.
But it was super refreshing to talk to my artist last night, just because we were literally just completely different generations of not only just humans but like anime watchers.
It's not even like Chris is probably not like much older than you. He was probably in his
30s.
late
I'd
30s.
say 30s.
yeah. That's not even like a substantial. I mean, it's a long time, but not like a substantial amount of time. And it's crazy how fast things change. Like it feels like in 2019 when I didn't like anime, I didn't see it anywhere. And it's not like I wasn't paying attention. I just didn't really see it. Spencer's had like Attack on Titan shirts. No, not even shirts. They had like a couple mugs. You could get, like maybe a sticker or something. And there was like Tokyo Ghoul.
Good King.
But other than that,
Good.
there was like nothing. And you just wasn't there. Now, if you walk into a Spencer's, there are like anime streetwear brands like
Four Eyes.
You go into Zoomies, you can get fucking Anime Bay. It's crazy.
Yeah,
how
isn't
fast
that
this shit
crazy?
has
Like,
taken
there's
off.
Demon Slayer shirts in like fucking Forever 21.
You can get them at fucking PacSun.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was thinking about that. How like 2019 when I started watching, I was like, I don't even know what the fuck there is to watch. And now I'm like, oh, I can watch anything that's popular right
Like
now.
it's just like in the last couple years, it's really gotten into the mainstream. Like
I-
there's kids that probably don't even know what the fuck they're looking at or even like anime at all, but they see a shirt with Sailor Moon on it, they're like, oh, that's cute. I'm
That's
gonna wear
based.
that.
Yeah, it's hard.
Who is this weird looking space cadet girl?
Who's this weird robot cat that sings about being Timothy?
Holy shit. Is,
Yeah, like that's another thing, dude.
TikTok
TikTok
helps so
is crazy.
fucking much. Those songs go viral, and everyone's like, "Hey, that's that one fucking TikTok song." It's like, "Oh, I found out where it's from."
Oh, yeah,
It's
you mean the one
this
from
cat
Anne
named
Happy?
Timothy. Yeah, and that's an obscure ass show that probably a lot more people know about now.
I'm glad that anime has saved society by replacing all of the Family Guy drip shirts.
I'm so
God.
glad.
I gotta
actually.
say that's
you
a
know
great
what?
point.
Yeah.
If I don't have to walk into a store and see a Family Guy shirt anymore,
No, a Family Guy drip shirt, like Stewie with a gold chain standing like this with a blunt. Like
says,
this.
like,
it goes
swag
hard.
on
Feel
it.
free to screenshot.
Yeah, it's
It's like
they
swag.
always say swag.
Yeah.
Always.
I feel like the pandemic was probably a huge boost to anime because people are locked up inside. They're browsing social medias like TikTok. They stumble across this song that is catchy. They're like, "What is this from?" And then next thing you know, they're Googling "and happy" and finding things that might be similar
They're
or
googissing.
a ton of other songs that blow up on things like TikTok and Instagram. And it just allowed people to be shut-in neats and just Google shit like that.
Yeah.
That's
like,
really what it did.
like they're just bored and they're like, oh, I've heard of anime before. What the fuck is it?
I think it's nice because I feel like it's also lifting the stigma of what people think anime is in a way.
Mhm.
Like,
Yeah.
now people will make stupid fucking posts about how you're a pedophile if you like to look at Nezuko in the movie and you think she's cute. And now you have a mob of people calling you a fucking idiot instead of just like the few people that do watch anime calling you a fucking idiot.
So what if I masturbate to cartoons?
Yeah, what's it to you?
Just the growing popularity, I agree, did help the way down the stigma of like, ooh, anime
Yeah,
bad.
I feel like people don't go anime bad anymore unless they're actually missing brain cells.
I feel like
When we do the Hello Harem Out of Context Part 2, that's going to be in there. Unless they're actually missing brain cells.
that's gonna need to like, you're gonna need a note for that because there's gonna be a lot of content to fucking sort through, man.
I
It'll
know.
take forever.
I know. Episode 72, I'll remember.
So how did you make that? Did you like...
I watched. I didn't go to each episode and watch the full length. What I would do for like the first 10 episodes, I went in and I would start from the beginning. I'd press the key, would skip 5 seconds, be like, oh, that's funny. 5 seconds, a little bit more. Oh, that's funny. And then the first 10 episodes, I had a ton of clips. And I put them into Premiere and I snipped them up a little bit, did some cropping. And I'm like, I'm already at like 3 minutes and I'm only at like episode 6. Like, if I did this for every episode, it would be hours. And this video would be like 50 minutes long. I'm like, there's no fucking way I'm doing that. So I went to another video and I'd start in the beginning. I'd find something funny. And then I'd go to the middle, find something funny, and then the end. So each video got 3 clips. Some got more. Like, I think you guys found an episode, and it was where Luke was like, or Alex said, Luke's mom, bring us the horny child. So there were other things that, like, specifically I would go clip and find. So everything got 3 pretty much. And it still came out to like a 15-minute video of
Yeah,
just
it's a long video.
second clips.
It's
There's so much shit.
I watched it last night when I was sitting with my my family. I was like, I never really watched this, and so like I didn't watch like the finished product after you uploaded it yet. So like I opened up the video, and then like Matt's like, "What are you watching?" I'm like, "Oh, the Hello Harem Out of Context compilation." Her titties were gigantic, like just like that, and Matt was just started laughing, and I was like, oh, haha, and then I'm like, oh, maybe I should turn this off, and then it's like, it goes to the next clip, and it's like me, I go like, hickory dickory dock, take a look at my giant cock or something like that.
Fat fucking cock.
My fat fucking cock, so I shut it off. I was like,
It's definitely vulgar, to say the least.
The cream.
Jesus! Fuck!
Grimsby to Grimsby.
The Crimsby.
The Crumpsby.
Crimsby. You're missing 2 bungees actually
Am I?
on the
That'll
far
be
side.
fixed.
We'll fix it in
Well,
post.
wrapping that up, I think it is really awesome that anime is getting more popular and
Really epic.
spreading to more people. It'll allow us to grow, and that, I mean, that's cool in itself. But like at work, there's 2 other guys that like anime. And one just got into it, and he's a shonen guy. I'm gonna try and ease him into slice of life. I'm working on it, but I now have something in common with this guy that I had never talked to before, and he's a really cool dude. So it allows you to meet new people. Like Luke, I probably wouldn't know him, or I might not be friends with him at all. It's cool that you can meet new people like that. And at Comic-Con, we met a ton of cool fucking people because of it.
Mm-hmm.
It was really fucking awesome.
Yeah, like seeing that really opened my eyes to just how much it's growing. Like there's so many cosplayers and everything. It was
I think it's
quite a sight.
because just because you watch anime doesn't mean you're a loser anymore.
Yeah,
Well, it comes with it, but
yeah,
you know.
it does. It does. You're still gonna
Yeah.
get that. Like it comes with it.
Well,
It's-
yeah, but I mean, like, it's less common for you to be looked at as a loser and go, "Oh, he probably watches anime."
Don't worry. I think we're all losers. That will never change.
Like, obviously, the people that take it too far, you're like, man, those guys are fucking losers.
Yeah.
Like people who start podcasts and have
Yeah.
anime streetwear brands. It's
yeah, like
man,
those guys.
are
Those
pretty-
types
guys
of people
whose
need to
all
chill
top
out.
songs on Spotify were anime songs.
Like those
little
are
cringe.
It's pretty.
Those are
sad.
cringe losers.
Like they probably shouldn't be alive anymore, but
No.
they're wasting carbon and oxygen, but we
convert them to oil.
They're fine, but they're fine still.
Hashtag convert me to oil.
And then there's the
Let's
normal,
make that trend.
And then there's the normal people, like whoever the fuck Thorpe works with, that watch it.
Oh no, he loves big titty anime girls. Like he loves them. Oscar Emery, that's his go-to.
And that's where we took a dive.
But
there goes where my fucking bit was going.
I'm
right
just
out
saying.
the fucking window.
I'm just saying.
I'm just saying.
But yeah, it's cool to. I like it. I'm not going to be
I
one of
think
those
it's neat. I like seeing
gatekeeper
like
assholes.
more people that I used to know that were so against it also watching it now too. It's really cool.
I even discovered people that I didn't know watched it.
Mm-hmm. So I'm enjoying it. I'm excited to see where it goes in the next 5 to 10 years.
Probably just.
I'm excited to see more holes get filled.
What are we talking about?
What?
What are we talking about?
You
Luke,
lost? I'm
Luke,
lost.
spit it out.
Try not to laugh.
I know, I can tell.
Hole.
Holes filled.
So that's it for the Hello Harem podcast.
Wait.
I don't know. Luke's going to fill us in after this.
Oh, yeah, he is. You fucking walked into it, bud.
There you
Is
go.
that what you were going for?
No, he wasn't going for that.
It ended up being a very nice coincidence
Yeah,
that it worked
yeah,
out.
up top,
Wow.
fucking tag team kings of comedy right here.
Right
Wow,
here.
holy
All right.
shit.
Well, Thorpe, can you tell the viewers what it costs to watch us?
Yeah, it doesn't cost us any. It would cost us a
$6.
lot of shit to do this, but it doesn't cost you anything. We do not charge for this podcast. All we ask is that if you find anything funny or you had a good time here with us today, that you share and like the podcast. Show friends. Say, hey, these 4 guys and their cat, they're pretty funny. I think you would enjoy their podcast. So that's all we charge for the Hello Harem podcast. We hope to see you guys back here next week.
These 4 guys
did-
in there.
We did. God, that makes it sound like we have a pet. We
Yago.
don't. You don't have to pay anything for the podcast. And rest assured, even if you did, we're still making a loss for quite some time.
Yep.
Yago, bring me the horny pirate.
But thank you for watching the whole filling podcast.
All right, guys. If you liked anything, make sure to comment,
us out,
subscribe, and
Timmy.
like it. Share this podcast with someone else if you found anything interesting. Be the cool anime dude and
recommend us hentais.
Yeah, sure. Go with that. But we'll see you guys next week at episode 73. Catch you later.
Bing bong, bing bong.
Bing
This is weird.